What's up guys, Chris here from Mainely Mesh, bringing you the first review of the StringKing Mark 1 head. Also be doing a review on the complete stick coming up. The reason I have a gate ice on this head right now is because my A7150 is out in the field being tested, and the gate ice is actually the same exact weight as the A7150, so when I was trying it out I wanted to just kind of get a sense of what the balance point was going to be, that 140 gram weight. So I want to take you through this option because it is amazing. It comes in at only $70, $69.99, which is really the first thing you guys should hear, because StringKing is kind of taking a different stance. You know, their mesh is at the top of the price point. Their previous shafts were middle to upper price points. They're coming in really strong at the $70 price point for the head. Just kind of making a statement there for something that's super sturdy, really high performing, but isn't going to break the bank, which is really awesome to see from StringKing. So I'll take you through some of the overall aesthetic features first, and then I'll break down how it strings and some more unique features about the head. So first, aesthetically, you're gonna notice, as I sneak behind the camera, it's got these smooth 3 sidewall struts, which I think, you know, really creates a feeling of strength in the head, which is pretty awesome. It follows under, you know, it would fall underneath that classic offset patent, but is a little bit more curved. You know, it's not that flat, chunky offset that you're gonna see in like a Brine clutch or a Brine RP3. It does have kind of a focused mid-low, lowest point of the bottom side rail for sure. Pretty wide face shape, so you're sitting around more like a Maverick Optic in terms of how wide the head is. And then you'll notice the first kind of unique feature is this flattened scoop, which I will talk about a bit in a sec. And then they went with an all matte look. There really isn't any gloss detailing that I can notice, maybe a little bit in the throat. It's pretty much a matte head, which is nice. It's a nice look with a subtle StringKing logo on the upper right side rail. Also says Mark 1 on the upper right side, or lower right side rail. So, you know, they didn't want anything too flashy for their first head, just wanted a really sturdy option. So basically, in terms of how this head feels, they designed it for their M1 pocket, which I think is really cool. And so although they have the same kind of 18 sidewall hole setup that a lot of heads have, so it's going to be pretty easy for every pocket, they changed the width of the head, you know, the overall dimension of the head, so that it's a little bit wider in the throat and has this kind of mid-low flare. Basically, it is set up to fit, in their minds, perfectly their M1 pocket, which is really cool because it honestly accomplishes that goal really well. You know, my standard stringing style for this head isn't quite going to follow through. So it's a really clever way to be designing your head in general. And then as far as the scoop goes, the flattened scoop, and you can see it's rounded more on the back as well. It really does make ground balls a breeze. Not quite so much one-handed if you're rounding a corner, but anything two-handed, any kind of fundamental ground ball setup is going to go really smoothly. It's a really beefy head. I actually asked them about what type of plastic they were using, because I was a little worried at the $70 price point that they cut some corners there, but they actually used the second most expensive plastic they could, meaning this head weighing in around 5 ounces is going to be really solid over, you know, over the test of time. So I'll talk a little bit more about this as I give you the stringing patterns and tell you how it really strings up and plays out on the field, but going to be a really solid option. Make sure you check out the review of the complete stick coming out tomorrow. Thanks so much, and I'll catch you guys next time. Welcome to the behind the scenes.